go ahead and meet this Vanguard defense. Abe Hernandez, who caught yesterday, will catch game 1 today. Presumably will be Angel Perez catching game 2. Got a new first baseman. Check in on Wild at first. New first baseman is going to be Brian Paymard, who we know can play first base, but the only time we've seen him so far this season was when he served as the DH last weekend. He's going to be taking over for Tristan Gallegos, who we thought had a handle on that position. He was a very solid defender, but his bat, I guess, was leaving a lot to be desired for Coach Pegg and company. 3 balls in a row now as Heiner yanks that one too far. Middle infield remains the same. Redshirt freshman from Plainfield, Indiana. In the air to right, that's going to drop. Levi will have a ways to go. Looking for 2, the throw home. It's not going to be in time. 2-0 ball game here early as Martin's got the RBI double. Bit of a shift there on the left side of the infield. And the bases are loaded once more. Vanguard has already sent 1 man down. Jackson Davis playing the fade out in center field. 4 consecutive strikes now. This is the Heiner that we know. Foul. 1 and 2. And they almost hit a couple of Vanguard students who are enjoying an early Saturday morning playing pickleball. Pickleball club that just started this year at Vanguard. Obviously a very popular pastime for a lot of people. I almost called it a sport, but I'm not there just yet and acknowledging it as a sport. I apologize if that offended anyone. Heiner misses high, 2 and 2. Senior man and Collie. Tried to come in the back door. Liked it, but the only person whose opinion really does matter did not. Same umpires as yesterday, just moved around. Paul Graham is now calling balls and strikes. Max Ponce and Keith Gibbs are working the field. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Heiner gets out of a jam. Only surrendering the 2 runs here in the top of the first. Vanguard's offense going to have to do what they did yesterday and answer back quickly. Down 2 here on the Vanguard Sports Network. Work it for Fred Buxton, who we mentioned started the season off 0 for 9 in the first 2 games. Bat came alive in game 3 of the 3-game set against Cal State LA. Let's go and meet the starting pitcher for the Cedarville side, a do-it-all man, one of the returners. Most utilized pitcher from a year ago, 18 appearances, did start a couple games, but he was also their closer at times when they did have closing opportunities. 3 saves, 5.30 ERA, 1-1 record, 35 2/3. Had 2 complete games last season. Maz is on the move. The throw is not going to be caught. Maz is in safe. He will hold there. Slikart now looking to get off his schneid. And he's currently on. Started off with a very good first game, but since then he has been really struggling. 0 for 4 yesterday with 3 strikeouts, not seeing the ball. But he's going to get on base as that breaking ball broke right onto the neck. That's exactly what happened yesterday. It was Cedarville striking first, and Vanguard had an opportunity. Really good frame job there by Caden Wild. Late glove flash, snatching that pitch back into the zone. Veteran savvy there from the young sophomore. Another California player, Fairfield. Lays down a bunt. Slikart, he's got speed. Can he rifle? He does, and it's away. Finkelstein's on the way to 2. Maz and Levi Hall will gather in the corner. He's on the way to 3. Can he throw across the diamond? Buxton relay. In time! Heiner applies the tag. Cedarville didn't like it. Big defensive play there. Hall and Mazzaferro collaborating. Couldn't see exactly who grabbed that. Thought it was Hall, but Buxton with a quick turn and throw to Heiner, who was covering the bag. Wild was down 0-2 in the count and then was plunked. Levi's got a beat on this one, and he makes a stumbling grab. Not exactly the most fluid routine play that you would like to see. Makes you a little bit nervous for later in the game, but it's an out nonetheless in the here and now. Heiner goes downstairs. Henderson takes the bait, 2-2. Heiner shakes and now comes home. Dribbler on the ground to Brian Paymard, who bobbled, and now we'll make the soft toss to Heiner. Paymard's first action, shaky, but it is effective nonetheless. Vanguard blanks Cedarville in the top half of the second, needing some offense in the bottom. Division 1A Penn State champion last year. He was also Bicentennial League MVP. And as a pitcher, 14.8 Ks per 9. And in his career, a .545 hitter in high school. A highly touted high school prospect. And Cedarville was able to land 0-2. Just goes with that pitch, and a beautiful piece of hitting by Weichel to get on. Facing the 0-2 count. Einer. Swing and a miss. Heiner retires the side. 2 scoreless innings in a row now for Heiner, starting to look like the old version of himself after a shaky start. Let's go to the bottom third. Hopefully this Vanguard offense has something in store. Geiger goes back to the well, but this time Buxton with better discipline, not chasing away. Heiner's worked his way back from down 2-0. McKinnon styes it up. Hernandez is going to give chase. Foul territory, meandering, and cannot make the grab. He was worried about that fencing there of the dugout. McKinnon with another opportunity. We saw something very similar last weekend where a routine pop-up above the head of Hernandez should have been caught. Obviously, this one was a little bit tougher because it was closer to the dugout. One that should have been caught, gave the batter new life, should have been out, and then it sparked some offense for the Golden Eagles of Cal State LA. Hopefully, that does not happen here as Heiner try to come in the back door 3-2. Kenyon works a walk. So just like last week, batter should have been out, but a miscue from Abe Hernandez caused Vanguard, and that's been one of the themes is last year Vanguard had 2 really good defenders in Oscar Diaz and Tevis Payne. His bat has been hot. Defense has been a little bit questionable, although he did have that beautiful throw to Maz to catch the runner stealing earlier. This ball's hooking, and it wants to stay fair, but it does not. Just hung up in the air for way too long. Shiggy gave chase. As it stands, it's a loud strike, 0-2. RBI double for Micah George. But it's been a heck of a ball game. Vanguard down 8-1 at one point, and now after that onslaught there in the bottom of the 8th, they've knotted it at 8-all, and here comes the closer, Max Montplaisir, for your Vanguard Lions, rocking number 44, the graduate man, transferred over from Point Loma Nazarene University. We've also got a couple of defensive changes. Moving from third to right is going to be Slykart, and inserting at the hot corner is going to be Evan Avizia here. Saw Slykart make that error earlier as Henderson takes downstairs 1-0. Already the 4th appearance in this young season for Montplaisir, with the 1 save coming yesterday, 2 1/3 of work for him, 1 hit, 4 Ks. A very clean bill of health for him. Henderson pops that one up. Avizia going to get the early task of making sure that his glove is awake, and it is for 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Kicks and fires. Jammed him in on the hands. Beautiful changeup there by Montplaisir to get the 2nd out of the inning and his first K on the day. Good breaking ball once more for Montplaisir. He's got Martin guessing right now, 1-2. Trying to put the onus back on the Vanguard offense. That is blazing hot here on the back half of the game. 1-2. Chopper, Avizia, going to go for the force at second. He's got it in time. Mazzaferro sticking the toe down. Montplaisir efficient once again. It's the sophomore from Milton, Georgia. Walker Harris, the righty, with that turquoise glove, facing off against Abe Hernandez for this Vanguard side. Walker Harris making his 2nd appearance of the season. Was less than ideal against the Masters just a few days ago. Had just pitched 1 inning, gave up 4 hits and 3 earned runs. And he's going to plunk Abe Hernandez and put the winning run on base.
That's the 11th.
Trying to get a read on who that is for Vanguard. It's going to be Parker Sturton. So with Abe Hernandez burned here, and for the rest of this game, you have to figure that Angel Perez is going to start getting loose, because if this game has to go to extras, he would be the man to catch the extra frames for Harris. As just a freshman, Shiggy did not like that one. Neither did Peg, and he's going to let him know it. Home plate umpire just told him to sit down. And Peg has been issued an official warning from the home plate umpire for arguing balls and strikes. Peg letting him know that he is now 0 for 2 on bad calls, and he's getting written up for it. Davis grounds out to second. Took a weird hop, but it's handled by Martin. Extra innings. Here we come on the Vanguard Sports Network. Not at 8. Slykart messed up with something out there in the outfield. I'm not sure if there was an animal or something, but he was just dancing around.
It's the bees again.
Uh-oh.
No, not this game.
No, okay. We had a couple of bee swarms last weekend that forced us to pause action. One was a pretty lengthy delay after the umpires were already late to that game due to a flat tire. That game took a little while. This one's taking a while as well because we're in extras and Montplaisir gets another strikeout on his ledger. Infield ready to pounce on any ground balls, but it's going to get over their heads to Jackson Davis, who took a bad angle. It's over his head. It's back to the wall. They're waving him home. Buxton rifling home. Perez applied the tag. No, he did not. McKinnon got around the tag. 9-8 ball game now. A beautiful throw from Buxton, but the freshman Perez could not apply the tag, evidently. Still the catcher Wild in front of him. Slow roller. Evan Avitia, you got to make the throw. Yes, he did. It one-hopped into the glove of Gallegos. Wild just didn't have enough burners on him. 9-8 ball game, bottom of the 10th. Vanguard needs to respond. Avitia lays down a beauty of a bunt. It's finding Green. He's safe. That is a textbook bunt. Buxton, slow roller on the ground. They're going to come home. He's out. Good scoop by Wild. They get the force, and now the double play can end this game. Certainly fruitful as he is going to be hit. He gets the RBI. We've got a tie game. His K rate was pretty high. Richter is now irate, dancing that third base line. He's being told to get back. Very animated discussion now. Richter still letting him hear it. The ever cool, calm, and collected designated hitter Noah Madole. His day has been less than fruitful. 0 for 4. Did wear a pitch, though, one of those 12 that you were talking about just a moment ago. Do it. 2-2.
Starting to look like the past game
Perez
with Perez.
still not lifting his bat. We know he has a good eye. Does he have it here? Finally, oh, it did hit somebody in the dugout.
Uh-oh.
It hit Levi Hall. Gosh, that guy's a
Him
magnet.
and baseballs.
I mean,
My gosh.
and they give us the thumbs up from the dugout to let us know that he's all good. But remember, he took media day with a black eye. I mean, this guy's just a magnet for baseballs. This is deja vu. 3-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the 10th. A chance to win. Freshman Perez working on the young man in Harris. 3-2. Little jammer that goes foul. Ooh, man. Harris versus Perez. Fouled back. 3 hours and 10 minutes of game time. Do we need more? He hit him! Perez! Another walk-off! 10-9 final score! If you need to win in extras or you need to win a late game situation, the freshman Perez is the guy that you call. Sydney, he did it last week. He does it again today. Unbelievable stuff what we just saw. Cedarville pouncing early, 8-1 lead. Vanguard soars all the way back, scoring 6 runs across the final 2 innings to take this one 10-9. Your Lions now improved to 3-2. 0-3 go the Yellow Jackets. Perez, for the second time this season, plays hero. Back in about 25 to 30 for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Wow.